Hey there and welcome, my name is Pete and this is a short channel update video for the upcoming month of July 2017. First of all, as always, a look back, because once again in June we reached a small milestone. Actually we reached two, the first one being the 100,000 view milestone, which came very early in the month, and then at the end of June we made it to 800 subscribers. At this point, thank you very much to all of you who subscribed. It's awesome to see that you guys like what I'm doing, and I hope I can make you stick around. Now, you might have noticed that the end of June was a bit slow, and the same thing is actually true for the beginning of July as well. These past few days I have been pretty busy doing stuff outside of YouTube, and I didn't really have that much time to make videos. On top of that, the majority of the time I had went into the Mass Effect video that just went up, and I talked about that briefly in that video as well. With a length of over 30 minutes and a lot of editing work to be done, that video took me a lot longer than expected. That is the main reason why content has been a bit scarce these past few days, but I promise things will change soon. And that brings me straight to the plans for July, and let's actually start with Mass Effect since we already talked about it briefly. First of all, we will complete the Pinnacle Station DLC this month, and then after that we will probably wrap up the remaining assignments. That will then allow us to head to Virmire without distraction, so the end of the playthrough is getting closer. Speaking of the end getting closer, that is true for both The Sims 3 and the NBA 2K17 series. With The Sims 3 we are rapidly progressing through the rest of the challenges that I have set myself, and with 3/4 of the current household now being elders, it is reasonable to expect the series to come to an end sooner rather than later. And the same thing is true for our NBA 2K17 series. Only 4 more teams remain in the series, and despite the somewhat chaotic situation with free agency in the NBA right now, I will of course make those 4 videos with the rosters that 2K gives me. I have to admit, as with pretty much all of my series, I kind of underestimated this project. I never really thought it would take me this long to make a video for all 30 teams, but in the end it did, and even though things are currently shaking up in the real-life NBA, we will of course finish what we started. Speaking of finishing, and more importantly speaking of starting, I think we are slowly getting to a point where I would like to hear suggestions for games I could play next. I would of course like to keep some diversity on the channel, so The Sims 3 currently fills the more relaxed corner. This is where I could see some strategy games, for example, while Mass Effect could perfectly be replaced by some other BioWare classics, although the length of those is definitely something to be considered. All in all though, I don't discriminate. If you have a game that you think would be perfect for this channel, then please let me know and I will have a look at it. And I think that's actually all for this month. Like I said, I hope to make some progress towards completion of my 3 main series, and I'm also excited to see what could be next. So let me know down below what you think could be up next, and as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!